What up, world? How y'all doing out there? You might be watching this video in the morning, midday, or late night. But no matter when you're watching, I hope you're in a good shape, good spirit, and good health. But before we get into our next segment, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You could even share it if you want to. Appreciate it. Thank you. Today I want to talk about structure. You know, I want to talk about if you do now, like you have your good health. You're in good health, right? You're in good health. You're mobile. You have your arms, legs, fingers, toes. You can walk. You're in good health, right? So while you're young, and even while you're, middle age or even older, this applies to all. But especially when you're, when you're young, right? If you do now, like right now, if you get started in life, on life, with life, if you do it right now while you're healthy, you'll be okay. And what I'm saying is, if you do what's hard right now, your life will be easy later on. You know what I'm saying? And if you take the easy route out right now, your life might be a little harder later on. So do everything you can, do what you can as of right now. Do the hard stuff, get the hard things out the way. Sacrifice, do all the things you need to do now that takes time, motivation, sacrifice, to make your life a little bit easier later down the line, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So don't take your health for granted. Don't take what you have right now for granted when you can do, the things like be mobile. You have longevity as far as in, going as far as doing this or doing that. Yeah, you're going to be tired right now. You're going to be tired, but you could afford it because you have good health. You know what I'm saying? You could afford to be tired. You could afford to make sacrifices right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you do that, maybe your life will be a little easier down the line. Prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sacrifices and think about your future. Okay, I'm gonna do this right now. So when I get a little older, put away a little nest egg, set yourself up to live a little easier, down the line when you're not able to do X, Y, Z, when you don't have the time, when you don't have the mobility, when you can't do this and can't do that. Not saying that it's gonna happen like that, but just in case it does, you'd rather be safe than sorry, right? So man, if you're able-bodied, man, put that work in right now. Put that work in right now, and set yourself up to have an easier life down the line. Because they got a lot of people, man, they party all the time. They're always doing this, they're always doing that. They living while they're young, no doubt. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying stop living, stop having fun, but just, prioritize and think about your future. You know what I mean? Because people that just party all the time and not thinking about their future, where you see most of those guys at? Where you see most of those people at? Right? In front of the liquor store, on the corner, walking down the street, picking cans, begging for handouts. They lived a good life. They lived it fast, and they lived with no regrets. But they wasn't thinking about when they get older. Not all people that's in front of the liquor store begging or spare change or, homeless. All of them didn't just party all the time. They just caught a bad break in life. Or they just stopped being motivated. They just stopped caring. Something happened for them to be in a situation that they're in. And if some of those people are the ones that partied all the time and didn't prepare for the future and didn't put nothing away, didn't have a nest egg, those are the ones I'm talking about. So you want to end up like that? just because you partied all the time, or you want to end up like that because you caught a bad break in life. You choose. So we all have to prepare for a bad break in life. It might happen to some of us. It might not happen to some of us. But why not be prepared? Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So if you prepare yourself, when you do catch a bad break, you'll be okay. You'll be better off than as if you didn't prepare, right? That's all I'm saying. So do what's hard now. Sacrifice, take the chances, make the changes, prioritize while you can. You know what I mean? While you have your health. Then, you'll be okay in the future. You'll be okay later on down the line. Just in case you catch a bad break. We have to start preparing. We have to normalize that. I would like to start normalizing that. Preparing for the future. Putting away something, you make $100, man, listen, spend 5, 10 at the most. Put them 90 up. If you can survive off 10%, if you can survive off 10%, your bills, your households, your kids, your family, your car notes, your house notes, your water, the light bill, if you can survive off 10% of what you make, put it away. Put the rest away. But if it takes 50%, if it takes half of your money to survive, okay, take half of it. Put the rest away. I'm not saying you have to do that with every check, but if you have 52 weeks in a year, according to how you get paid, you know what I'm saying? Every week, every 2 weeks, monthly, quarter, however you get paid, right? Take most of that and put away. So we're just going to say you get paid every week. You get 52 checks a year, right? You might even get a bonus every now and then, every 3 months, every 6 months, whatever the case may be. Take most of that and put it away instead of squandering it. You know what I mean? So now I say, if you can take at least 2 of your checks a month and put half of those away, half, pay your bills, do whatever it is you got to do with the other one. The other 2 checks, put them away. Put them away. You done already paid your bills for the month out the first 2 checks. Half of those first 2 checks are already put up. Now, the next 2 checks, you could put a whole one away if you want to. And then you could spend a whole one on you, your family, do whatever it is you want to. Go enjoy yourself. First of all, your bills are paid, so now you don't have to worry about paying your bills. You did that with the first 2 checks. You got all that out the way. The next check, with the first 2 checks, you paid your bills, right? And then you put half of those first 2 checks away. The next check, you could put the whole thing away. The next check, party, have fun, go out to eat, dinner, family, whatever you want to do. Go into a project you're working on. You know what I mean? Do something with it. So I'm not saying take every check, put it away, stop living life, don't have fun, blase, but prioritize, Prepare for what's down the line. Prepare for the future, because we never know what's going to happen at any given time. Lord forbid you get hurt on your job. They fire you, right? And after your compensation run out, what's next? So we have to be thinking like that. I know it's hard, and I know people don't want to think like that. And I'm talking to myself too. I'm talking to me too, not just you guys. I'm talking to myself too. So we have to start thinking like that. We have to start normalizing that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we could even start having the kids and the spouse to do it. So if you got if you have a 2-income house, right? If you have two incomes coming in your house, it should be easier to do that for you guys to prepare for the future. For y'all to put away a little something every, you know what I mean? Have a nice little nest egg. And then at the same time, if not just that, once you put away some money, you could be planning for a vacation. You know what I mean? Planning to do things with your spouse that y'all always wanted to do. Or anything. But most importantly, we're talking about doing what's hard right now so you can live a little bit easier later on, right? This is what I'm talking about right now. Preparing, having a nest egg. Something to fall back on. Just in case life start lifing and it gets real. You know what I mean? So, prioritize, figure out your bills, think about what you can and can't do, and just start putting some money away. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot of money, just put something to the side. Just put something away to prepare you for whatever's happening down the line. So you won't get caught, in a bad situation. So you won't get caught, having to sell your possessions, car repoed, house note can't get paid, that's repoed, begging for money, begging for this, nobody helps you, can't go to family members, can't go to friends, nobody wants to. So we have to prepare. We have to take it upon ourselves to think about these kind of things, because you could only get so much money from your family members. You know what I'm saying? Your spouse could only handle so much on their own if you have a two-income house. They could only do so much. So take a little burden off them, take burden off your family, take burden off yourself, and you guys just start preparing. It's not going to hurt you to put a little something to the side. You know what I mean? You can still have a good life. You can still enjoy yourself while you're preparing for the future. You know what I'm saying? And all the stress won't be on your wife, your husband, your kids. People have to look out for you. What we're going to do now? What's going to happen? Blase, blase. What if this happened? So we just want to start putting something away. A little something away every now and then. You know what I mean? Put something over here. Put something over there. Tell your spouse, let me holler at you for a minute. Put something in the little pot. Put something over here too. Get with your kids. If they're old enough, if they're of age, 15, 16, they got their little McDonald's job or Burger King or whatever they work, cutting grass, however they get a little, little money. Instilled in them. I know kids love to spend. I love to spend, right? But if you discipline them now, you know what I mean? When they get their check, be a dictator. Oversee them. Don't let them go to the mall and spend it all up. Video games, clothes, purses, shoes. Don't listen. Let me see what y'all made. Get in their business. Y'all 15, 16, 17. Y'all in my house, under my roof. These are the rules. This is how it's gonna go. Now, some people make their kids pay a bill. And it's not because they need them to pay a bill. It's because it's teaching them, disciplining them. You know what I mean? So when they get older, they'll be like, I've been paying bills already. They'll be familiar with it. They'll have, you know what I mean? You don't need them to pay a bill. But right now, you're just teaching them responsibility. So they'll know. Because we're not going to be here forever. We're not going to be able to hold their hands. Even when they get grown. I'm not just saying we're going to pass away and can't be there. We could still be here and still can't be there for them. Right? So get them used to, look, you got the water bill. Water, where I'm from, here, I could imagine water bills are not that high anywhere. You know what I mean? But, yeah, you make, you 15, 16, 17 years old. You got a little job, this your bill right here every month. It's not going to hurt them. They use the water anyway. It's not going to hurt them. But if you guys are those type of parents that don't want to make your kids pay bills, when they get their check, still be an overseer. Okay, you made $400 on this pay period. Give me $70. They're gonna be, oh, I don't wanna, and feel like you. Well, I gotta give you 70. Man, give me $70. Go put it up for them. By the time they finish giving you $70 for an X amount period of time, when they look up, you know every time you gave me $70, I put it up for you. Huh? This is how much you've accumulated right here. This how much. This is yours. Now, go buy your car. Go buy this. Go buy that. You deserve it. You earned it. They have no idea that you're saving this money for them. But by the time they get a certain age, or by the time they gave you $70 for the whole year, at the end of the year, every time you gave me $70, I put it up for you. This is yours. I guaranteed you they're going to be thankful. They're going to be mad in the beginning because they don't understand. But that's cool too. You be the parent. You know what it's hitting for. You know what it's like. You know what you're doing. So at the end of the year, give it to them. Yeah. And then by the time they give you $70, 3, 4, 5 times, they're going to be like, well, man, I got to give my people $70. They already know it's coming out of their check. They already know. So they'll get used to giving you $70. They know every time they get paid, okay, I got to give my people $70. It's going to go from, I don't want to, and I don't, to, man, listen, ain't no sense in complaining about it. They're going to get it anyway. If I give it to them willingly, or, I just complain about it. And so, and at the same time, you're teaching them. If you don't make them pay a bill, you're teaching them. They're going to see what it's like at the end of the year by the time you finish doing that. You know what I mean? So you could apply this method to your kids as well. And everybody in the household. Everybody's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. But you got to get structure, and you got to get your family together and be like, listen, this is what it's going to be. We're going to do what's hard now so we can have it a little bit easier later. Right? If you're head of a household, if you calling the shots like that, man, get your people together, get your spouse and get your kids together. This is what we're going to do. But look, check this out. If nobody wants to do it, right, you still do it because you know what's going on. You know what you're preparing for. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I just think we should, we go through life just breeze and just be easy. Then it gets hard later on down the line because you didn't prepare for it. We need to stop doing that. We need to normalize preparing for the future. That's it. So, take a little time out. Get yourself together. You don't have to start today, tomorrow, blase, blase. Just think about, what you have to do. Get your mind together. Mentally, you're going to prepare for this. And once you get in the mood and in the zone of doing this, you're going to be all right. It's going to be hard in the beginning because you like, man, listen, I want to continue spending my money. I want to continue doing this, doing that. You got to break those habits. So once you break those habits and you start putting something away every pay period or every other pay period, you'll be okay. Especially for the young guys, for the young people, if they start now, man, listen, sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we need to take time out and start doing things like that and start looking at life like that. And if you're the head of the household, get your people together, get them to see, your idea, get them to see how things are going to bring them together. And y'all handle y'all business. You can do this. Y'all can do this. It's possible. You know what I mean? I believe in you. Right? You're not alone. You're definitely not alone. You know what I'm saying? So once you build that structure, once you build that trust with your people, you know, once they see what you're doing, it's gonna be good. So at the same time, do what's hard now to make your life a little bit easier. Stop doing what's easy now to make your life a little bit harder later on down the line, right? But do what it is that you do. Apply that pressure, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to get the business clear. Yeah.